Doom, 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 doom.
Hey, the bomb is dropping. The bomb is dropping, man. Y'all know what time we on, man. It's your boy Don Peoplez and Trav. Deadbolt ATL, man. We about to get into this thing, man. Y'all know what it is. Hip hop news, everything affecting the culture and all the fuckery around the galaxy, you dig? Salute to y'all out there, man. Trav, what's happening?
Hey man, just trying to cool. You feel me? Hold on, let me make sure my mic straight, man. I can't even really hear myself.
He got to
Man.
make
Can you
sure
hear
his
that?
mic is straight.
Can you
Y'all
hear me?
know
You hear
what
me
it
fine?
is. You know I hear you, man. Loud and clear,
Yeah, man. Trying to,
loud and clear, loud and clear.
trying to stay cool down here in the South. Cause right now, my boy, Atlanta
It
is on
is.
one.
Yes.
You
As far
know
as
what
the
I'm
weather,
saying?
it ain't nothing even to talk about. As far as with the weather, man, it's on a different type of time down
What they
here.
call it be a hot Atlanta for a reason.
Yes. And for those who can take it, it's some great workout weather because I can say this: the pollen count is very low. It's just very humid and it's very hot. If you can get out there and get the jog, man, your boy done lost a few pounds. I've been out there trying to get out in this heat, but it's definitely not for everybody. If you can't handle it, man, you better get in the house.
Today
And
was
then,
supposed to be our first triple digit day. I don't know if
yeah,
did it get. Do you know if it made it there, Danny?
listen, I went outside at about 3 o'clock today just to decompress my legs. Being at the house when you making money from home, it's just a different type of time. It got its pros and its cons, but yeah, I went out there, man, and it felt like a goddamn hundred. I tell you that. Um, I will say, man, that I feel that this has been the hottest summer that I remember in a long time. And that's a good thing, though. This is what it's all about. I'd rather take hot days than cold days. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of those people that's gonna have my shit on 67, 68, burning up my shit. I got my shit on the even 72, keep it there the whole time and keep the house flooded, with it don't get too hot. You know what I'm saying? That's a good way to keep your electric bill down because
So
a
you
lot
would
of
you
people
would rather? No, I didn't mean to cut you out. Now, would you would rather for it to be too hot than too cold?
absolutely, absolutely.
And
I
I'm
think the
asking you.
cold.
The reason I'm asking you that is because you can protect yourself from the cold, but nigga, you can go outside butt ass naked. Why? That shit still gonna burn your skin. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. No, you're right though. I mean, but at the end of the day,
Do you think we just like the warm weather anyway?
yeah. I like the
Yeah.
nat. I feel like I'm getting that photon energy, man. That good vitamin D. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so when I go out, I feel it. I'm in my wife beater. I look at my arms. I'm like, bet I got a nice little tan. I'm tanning up good, like on my arms. I
So
love
you're
it.
not a
Like,
you're not a brother that doesn't mind being out in the sun.
nah, I don't mind being out in the sun at all. And I suggest a lot of people start getting that energy, man. That photon energy will do you something right, get you some sun glazing in. Just think about it, people. I just need y'all to think about it for a minute. That's all I need y'all to do. That's all I need y'all to do. I just need y'all to think about it. But besides the heat, man, it's been a sad day. Well, let the people say it's been a sad day in Atlanta because we officially had the closing of one of our historic strip clubs. Now, for y'all who haven't been to Atlanta or who come visit Atlanta, 90% of y'all like to go to strip clubs. Y'all like to see something shake. Go ahead, Trav. Go ahead and play that. It's hard to say goodbye. Go ahead. Let's show the sign coming down. It's definitely a sad day. Now I feel that Follies with the name alone can be rebranded at a new location. And I think people would, they would come out and deal with it because one thing about Follies, when I was in the strip club scene back when Follies was going hard in 2011, 2012, back in that time, 2013, you know, Follies had the day crowd and it had the night crowd on certain nights. Now, was it gay? It really was catered towards truckers and Mexicans and stuff like that. But us niggas, we gonna come in and we gonna take it over. We gonna have our couple of nights, etc. But Follies definitely had, and I remember a lot of epic times at this location. So it's sad to see it go. You know, especially some of our historic strip clubs like Strokers, Pinups. What would you say, Trav, is the top three all time present? No, let's say, yeah, top three all time present and no longer present in your Atlanta
In
history memory. Yes.
Atlanta,
Yes. Top three. Not now. I'm saying this
top
all of all
three.
time. Could be in any order.
Shit, man. The body tap, probably
Okay.
strokers and the flame.
Okay. Now
Top three.
those are those. Now my top three, I would have to say in no particular order: Follies, Magic City, and the Blue Flame.
The thing
Blue
about
Flame.
Magic City though, Magic City is not it's not like a strip club like the other ones, you know what I'm saying? They do all the pole tricks and all that type of shit. That's what you got, you know. You gonna go
Right,
up in
right,
there, they
right,
gonna
right.
have the celebrities there, you know what I'm
But
saying? So it's a little
right,
different than Magic City.
right.
But
Now
that's
we want
legend
to
Magic
just
City legendary though.
now we just want to talk about our favorites. Now, see, that's different from all time. The favorites is different for me because my favorites. Then I gotta say, Dancers Elite. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, Peaches. You know, Peaches I feel like a low key location. You can come
Ooh.
right off the freeway. You know what I'm saying? Have a little
That
fun and
nigga
and
talking
get
about
going.
Queen. He talking about
Queen
Queen
City,
City,
yes,
y'all.
yes, yes. So we talking about like favorites over the years, then you have, different tastes, but if we had to say of all time popularity, then I gotta go with what I said. And the only reason why I put Magic City in there is because Magic City is historic. Like if you ask anybody about any strip club from far and wide, out of Atlanta, they're gonna
I know
say
about Magic City, yeah.
Magic City, and then maybe Strokers. Those would be like the two most popular name brand strip clubs. But I think Follies, whoever takes Follies, they can rebrand it. And I hope it comes back better than ever for people who still like to go to strip clubs because I ain't going in that bitch no more. Y'all done got too much money out of me. I'm
No,
good.
they finna turn Follies into like a lounge. That's why
Yeah,
they
yeah,
changed the
yeah. I'm pretty
sign
sure they're
down.
gonna do something with the location. I'm just saying that brand though. There's certain brands that I feel like you can always bring back out. And that's a brand name. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that comes back out, the reopening of Follies at a new location with the right promotion, with the right promoter, it'll get going. Just like how they did Diamonds, kept bringing out Diamonds and certain things. I think if they did it like that, they would be able to be successful.
For some
But
reason, I think they moved Follies somewhere
no,
else.
no, they haven't moved it yet. They haven't moved it yet. And that's the one thing um that a lot of people that's what I'm saying. If it came back out, people I think who fuck with that shit would support it, especially here in Atlanta. But obviously, man, we're coming off of Father's Day weekend, right? And Father's Day, man, to me has always been overlooked. Like, you know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. I think fathers for a long time have gotten a bad rap because of them, not taking care of their kids and stuff. And I think you have a lot more fathers not taking care of their children than you do women. But we have to understand some systematical things behind that. But that's not all the cases, obviously. It's more people just being deadbeats than it is the system. Some people are incarcerated, they can't be with their family. Some people are dead, they can't be fathers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the law of the game in the streets. I think what's so funny about Father's Day was instituted in
So listen,
1972.
Father,
And do we have the clip? Do we want to play that clip right there? I think you were about. Oh no, that was
Oh
50.
yeah, I can. Yeah, I
Okay.
had just
Oh,
put it in the
okay.
queue. Dog. That was it.
Oh,
You feel me?
okay. So I just wanted to say this before we got into that. But Father's Day was instituted in 1972 under President Nixon. But in 1971, he declared war on drugs, which was really a war on black people, black males in general. Um, where after Father's Day was instituted, you've seen a mass incarceration of our black males. And a lot of, and I like to say it like this, that a lot of our black males got swept off the street. Like all the hustlers back in the day either got killed or swept off the street, went to jail or whatever the case may be. And a lot of the junkies were left to raise our children. And I think that's where this whole shit started spiraling, because anybody that was able to touch something back then, like especially when they flooded the streets with coke and crack and all these different things, and then you also had a recession and all that stuff going, this was a situation to where, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's either you sell this shit or you're gonna go broke, because you also got a depression. People coming home from Vietnam, there's no jobs, and all of a sudden it's this white substance that can be rocked up and sold for cheap and make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then you had the influx of the Superfly movie, the black exploitation was going right with it. So you seen people in the black exploitation movies driving the Cadillacs and the Lincolns and wearing the big hats and the big shoes and the coats and the suits and the jewelry. Like, you wanted that. And this was before hip hop. Now you have hip hop to fuel that. But back then, that's what the blacks had to look towards. It was like, yo, man, I want to be like him. I want to be like Superfly. I want to be like, this dude, that dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I think the infatuation of the hustler came from. But that's really like the soul trap for real, if you think about it, because it got so many people locked up and so many people killed behind that shit that it left they left the families and shit. It left families broken up. And then you had single moms, a lot of single moms and shit having to raise the children and shit, because a lot of the males and stuff had got locked up. And then eventually niggas just became deadbeats and just stopped taking care of their kids. And that's kind of sad, man. But 50 got like a little clip, man. Let's hear what 50 had to say. 50 always got shots to fire behind some shit. So let's hear what 50 got going.
So listen, Father's Day is a holiday that's not really a holiday. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is like, I show you how this, even by the commercials. Look at the commercials. They'll show you Father's Day, they'll show you a screwdriver, a power tool. Like, go fix some shit. They want to see you to go fix it. You know what I'm saying? But then when Mother's Day come, be like Zales, because you care. It be like kids don't want diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll do it for their mother, but they ain't gonna do it for their father. Mother's Day come, just get flowers, cards, all kinds of shit, right? What they get Father's Day? You get a text on Father's Day. That's how you get a text. You get a text to make sure that you still know where you should send your check.
Yeah,
that's a fact, though.
Yeah. I mean, and that's real. I think what 50 said is real, but I think Father's Day is on a case by case basis, just like Mother's Day is on a case by case basis. I don't feel like every woman is a real mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every woman is not raising their kids properly. If you're not guiding your children on health, if you're not guiding your children on education, if you're not guiding your children on things that are going to preserve them and setting them up for future endeavors, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say that you're this big parent and you're doing all these things. And I know some women are left in bad circumstances. I'm not talking about those women who are really just trying to make a way, don't have family support, working 2-3 jobs to try to stay afloat. They have 3 kids. The man was took out the home for whatever reason. I'm not talking about them, but I'm just saying, just in general, the women who are out here thotting. You thotting, you're subjecting your children to drugs, you're subjecting your children to a lot of foul language in the home, a lot of verbal abuse, just all type of stuff. You're never there, you don't really do shit with your kids. Those are the ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the ones that got to get out here and really make a way for what's going on. So I think 50 has a right to say whatever I think he makes a valid point about that. Like, I got a whole bunch of texts on Father's Day. Not a lot of people calling and just a lot of texts and stuff like that. So do I feel like that shit is genuine at the end of the day? No. Like, I really don't.
Yeah, from some of the texts I got was genuine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know, so you had situations where you like, okay, some certain people.
Let me ask you something, Danny. What do you expect on Father's Day? Do you expect?
No, I don't.
Do you expect to be bought something? Do you expect dinner? I mean,
no. At the end of the day, I expect acknowledgement, and that's it. The same level. I think if you're
you
with
expect to
somebody,
hang out with the child at least.
yeah. No, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it depends on what the situation is. If you're blessed enough to have access to your children, obviously you need to be around your kids for Father's Day. Let them,
I
you
disagree.
know, you said what, you disagree that you don't need to be
I
around your
disagree.
children?
No, I think nigga Father's Day need to be a motherfucking vacation day. I don't need to deal with no kids, no baby mama, nothing. Send me to the motherfucking massage parlor where Deshaun Watson go. You know what I'm saying? Send me there.
Okay, I feel that. I feel that.
And then I'll come back later on, and then I'll kick it with the family, have dinner or something. You know what I'm saying? But let me go let me pamper me for Father's Day. You feel me?
You definitely got to pamper me a little bit. Like,
You understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no, I
Right.
definitely understand what you're saying about that. And I feel that a lot of that gets thrown out the window now. But like I don't think nobody's wrong for how males have been feeling lately, because we do have some awesome fathers. I know I'm an awesome father. You're an awesome father. You know what I'm saying? It just needs to be, I think more recognition nationwide. Like you
Why
said,
you
that needs to be
bullshitting,
an
bro?
official holiday.
Hey, why you bullshitting? There's not a lot of bad fathers, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not.
No, it's not a lot. Like, it's not a lot
in the
now.
black
We're
community,
doing better now. We're doing better now, but it's still enough, man. It's still too many. You dig what I'm saying? Because you got to think.
you can't
This
count.
is why I say that. This is
You
why I
don't
say
know a
that.
lot,
No,
do you? I mean, you know
to be honest,
a
I
lot.
think I know.
Do you
And
know
this is just out of
more?
my circle.
No,
This is
let me
just
ask
out
you
of
something.
my
Let me ask
circle.
you something.
Out of my
Do you?
circle, I
Let me
know
ask
a
you something right
couple
quick
bad
before you answer
dads.
that. But see, are they the majority though?
No, they're not the majority, but
Exactly. So you don't know a lot.
okay, but
They're not.
okay.
They're not the most. You feel me?
Let me ask
Out
you
of
this
10
though.
motherfuckers, listen. Out of 10 people, if you know 6 bad fathers, then that's the majority. If you know 6
Well,
good ones,
see, you got to think how many people are in this world, right? How many do you know? This is where I say there's a lot of bad fathers. Look how many killings we got that are happening from teenagers that have no daddies around. So if they don't have a father around, or a father that's constantly in their life that can, because think about it, like your son, like
okay,
whenever
well,
you
let me
keep
explain
dominance
that.
over your kid, like let me ask you a question. You having a teenage son, right?
All right.
Your son could be subject to disobedience, gangs, and everything else, right? So but the one thing you'll always keep intact over him is that dominance. He knows to not fuck with you because you'll knock his head off.
I'm
You're the
gonna go
daddy.
upside my fucking head,
Exactly.
nigga.
Like you don't give a fuck if he's the leader of a set. You're gonna come in there, nigga. You're gonna bust his ass up.
No matter.
So it ain't
See,
nothing else to talk about.
look, I'll be the nigga that go to jail because they be like, you shouldn't have shot them kids. Yeah, fuck that.
See,
You
that's what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
So he know.
Yeah,
So that's
we
what
know
I'm
that
saying.
shit.
If we
Like
had more
Denzel
daddies,
Kennedy, nigga.
well, think about it. If we had more daddies like you raising Tata and Man and Quan, then it'd be different, right? Because they would have more hold over their kids. So how can we say that there are a lot of good fathers out here when
I
we see
think
so many killings
I
from
think a
the
lot of
youth, though? From the youth.
yeah, but I think a lot of kids had their fathers in their life, but they just be not the best influence. You know what I'm saying? And they probably be strict on them. You know what I'm saying? But they just don't be the best influence. You know, like if you still in the streets, nigga, doing certain things. If you 40
Most
years old, swear you thugging, nigga, and your teenage son see that shit, he gonna look up to that from you. You his father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
So for them niggas, you got a percentage of them type of dudes, and then you got a percentage of dudes that are locked up, right? Fathers that never got a chance to raise their kids, right? Because let's not forget, a lot of kids got locked. A lot of fathers got locked up in the 70s, in the 80s, especially in the 90s, underneath that crime bill that was signed by your favorite president. So what I'm saying is that with all that stuff that has happened, I feel that overall fathers are still losing, and we're trying to get on the winning side. Because until we reel back these demons, these young kids who are on that demon time, and who are out here, for every kid that got a gun, got a daddy somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And as men, we got to go back and take back the streets, because right now these are our soldiers that we gonna need to fight the war. You know, you got to think about it, man. Niggas that are in their late 30s, early 40s, in the next 10 years, gonna be damn near pushing senior citizens. You feel what I'm saying? So you need the young bucks out here, focused, mind ready. You know what I'm saying? And it's like right now they going down the wrong path with the drill and everything else. So how many good fathers are we gonna have when your daddy is a drill rapper? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like my thing when it comes to that.
Crazy.
You feel me? But nevertheless,
I
man.
think it's more fathers and more kids getting away from that type of shit though. It's gonna be, y'all gonna have a lot of people that let that lifestyle want to be involved in gangs and shit like that. But a lot of black men be on other shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Yeah.
Everybody
absolutely.
ain't into that kind of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the majority of our brothers.
But it's a lot of the younger brothers
on,
though. Like it's some good younger brothers, but you know what I'm saying? Like you got to think, I'm not really speaking
it's
on
more
our
good.
generation.
It's more good. But see, it's more good. It's more good younger brothers than fucked up younger brothers, bro. That's a fact. There are more young black kids, nigga, doing well in school, going to college, shit like that, bro. Like times and change, you know what I'm saying? But then you got the few that be on that bullshit. You always gonna have them. You're always gonna have those few that be on that BS. You know
If anything, I would lean more towards half and half. I can't say the few, because a few, not when you got murder rates and shit like that going through the roof, not when you got.
But that don't mean you're not a good person because you killed somebody. You kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you ain't doing well.
Let you be the goddamn judge of that.
That don't mean you're not intelligent.
You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this. For time.
You pop that nigga.
For time purposes, right? Let's get to something more a little comical though, right? What's up with your boy Mike Tyson? Like, I mean, like what? Am I judging Mike Tyson for what he like? Now, I feel before you even show what's going on, that this is a result of the incident that happened on the plane. Whoever he attacked must have been related to some, white people connected. He must have been related to somebody, because Mike been doing some weird shit lately. And I know he smokes za. I know that nigga smoked monkey paw and everything else, right? Toad, every motherfucking thing. But this right here, I'm starting to lose faith in Mike, man. Like, I'm starting to wonder, when Mike was talking like this, was it really, on that broke in? Was it really on some, you know what I'm saying? Because Wanda had a mean right hand. I'm feeling. Wanda had a mean right hand. I'm talking about Wanda from Martin.
Oh, okay. Was it Wanda or was it
Shanae? I mean,
Shanae. Yeah, you talking about Wanda? You talking about Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, Wanda.
Yeah, you think about Wanda, man. I don't know what's going on with your boy, man. He just had a moment.
I'm feeling beautiful.
Man said he's feeling beautiful, man.
I mean, look, Mike, man, like this ain't Iron Mike, man. This is Bumblebee Mike. This is who we have right here.
Like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah. I don't know if this is some subliminal shit.
Words of Ali.
I don't know what's really going on. You feel what I'm saying? This is definitely weird. But
I had read some shit about that incident on the plane, man. Mike said he was high as fuck, man. He said, man, bro was fucking with him, man, blowing his high, man.
Mike's always high. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was geeked up, man, and bro had just got on his fucking nerves, man. Yeah, like I can understand that though.
But this shit right here to me is unacceptable, man. You don't see Evander Holyfield doing no shit like this. Muhammad Ali, before they put something in my nigga's drink and gave him Parkinson's, that nigga wouldn't have did no shit like this. You feel what I'm saying? Like Mike just, like to me, this is humiliation. I would never even think about doing no shit like this and putting it on camera, nevertheless, right? So to me, this is pure humiliation. But we got to start.
They were getting ready for a skit. It was on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
You
feeling
could have been getting ready
beautiful.
for a skit.
Yeah, skip my ass. I ain't getting in no goddamn B suit twerking.
No B suit.
Nah, I ain't
You
doing
think
that.
he's twerking?
I'm also, as we move forward, I'm also not gonna be like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend a woman be like Beyonce, because this Vogue cover. Now, see, I know a lot of y'all don't believe in the Bible and maybe not be too religious. Now, I ain't the religious type either. I am spiritual, but this right here reminds me of the red horse of the apocalypse. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, her witch tendencies herself. Now, a lot of people are saying this is art. This is not the type of art I'm promoting, though. I do feel that this is some, you know, you got to think, man, with everything that's happening in the world, for this to be on the cover of Vogue, you could have did something else, Beyonce. This right here is what's spooky. I don't know what type of time this is on. When I see this, you know, I see blood. Uh, you know, you say this is, you know, the break my soul, you know, like a lot of soul, you know, I don't see soul in this. You know, I see a lot of, you want my soul, you want what's inside, but
She didn't wait.
it's,
Where do you say that? Where do you see that this is break my soul?
no, I'm saying the little part that you are, so like this is like a break my soul or something like that, a part of her collection or whatever the case may be. But this situation right here is,
Break My Soul is the first song off the album that she dropped.
yeah. Break my soul or whatever the case may be. And this, but it becomes the first piece of art from this collection that she's coming out with, right?
No, the
So,
album. This is they
yeah.
referring to the album, dog. Not that cover. They referring to the album.
Okay.
Because
Well, that cover is on some freaky shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
that's a
Like,
little strange.
like, and you know, Beyonce has had the witch title, you know, for those, you know, I've seen some weird clips of Beyonce throat coming out, like just all type of dumb shit. Like, I really can't speak no further on it.
Let me ask you something. What is wrong with witchcraft, in your opinion?
I think when it's practiced on the dark side, I think it's different types of witchcraft,
Gotcha.
right?
So let me ask you this then. You correlate colors with the dark side, red and black, these colors?
Yeah, red and black is like esoteric.
So like, you're saying the Falcons, that's why the Falcons can't win the Super Bowl?
That might be, you might be on to something. You might be on to something. Yes, sir. You might be on to something. But
we got the Bulldog.
but you know, another thing, man, like we got to start connecting the dots on a lot of stuff. Like even with, you know, this next thing we're going to talk about, where another black man, right? Now you remember we had brought up the black person who was the security guard at the Buffalo store who was assassinated. We also have a black man who also has created a machine that makes water out of air. Now, we all know air is moisturized, right? So, you know, I want to play this clip, obviously, of my man and somebody else who now has been sabotaged. And we got to wonder, man, like, why are they suppressing all this information? You know what I'm saying? Like this has to be the question that we ask. Why and are they suppressing all this information and not letting us obtain any information? Like that's the question.
Clean drinking water, a natural resource we often take for granted near the Great Lakes. But Moses West knows a water crisis is quietly growing.
Everybody knows we're running out of water.
A problem the retired ranger spent the past 4 years working to eliminate.
All the water that we need it exists right here in the air.
He believed so strongly in that idea. In 2015, West invented an atmospheric water generator, or AWG, a machine that takes in air and turns it into drinking water.
We're at the place now, I think, making 50, 100, 200, 250,000, a million gallons of water at an incredibly low energy consumption. I think cheaper than groundwater by far. cheaper than desalination.
So far, 12 of these AWGs exist. West planted them in 3 areas, including the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, and Flint, Michigan.
I need to engage with the people here, and I need to show them what this machine does, and they need to understand that it is their machine, and I am here for them.
West says his AWGs are federally approved, and the water quality is also tested by the Colorado Water Authority.
It's clean. It's good enough to drink. No bacteria or anything in it. And the reason that we go through the filtration process, so as soon as you turn it on, it starts making water.
You may be wondering how these atmospheric generators are tied to Wisconsin.
Most of West AWGs were manufactured right here in Manitowoc.
And the people of Manitowoc should be proud. Just 1 unit provides a city with hundreds of gallons of clean water. The best part, it doesn't cost residents a penny. West works with organizations like the Water Rescue Foundation to cover the cost. So far, the response in the community has exceeded his expectations.
And they were very happy that somebody actually cared enough for them to come to jump over the bureaucracy, come to a private piece of land and do this thing.
Right now, his priority is planting these AWGs in Flint, helping our neighbors here in the Midwest.
They drained fuel. They added something to the coolant lines. They played with electronics. And that's not typical vandal stuff.
Less than a week after bringing free water to Flint, Moses West says the green machine he designed to do just that was vandalized.
Once they broke into the machine and they destroyed the generator, it's very technical. They knew what they were doing. It wasn't just, random vandalism, not at all. They destroyed the battery, put metal in the fuel system. I saw that when I was cleaning the fuel filter.
Yeah,
West is a military veteran who travels across the country to areas in crisis, bringing a machine he designed like
You
this
can stop
one.
it now. You can stop it now, Trav. We heard enough. It goes to show, like you heard what he said, though, man. These people knew what they were doing. Yeah, it ain't even about hating it. It was strategic, just like with the killing in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, there's a water crisis coming. There's been a water crisis going on for a long time. It just hasn't been highlighted. And then if you think about it, the Great Lakes have been getting depleted for a while, with the water reserves getting sent over to China, because China owns everything in the US. And when you bottle up water, it's not checked, it's not regulated if you bottle it. So they'll bottle up all the water and they'll send it across seas in these tankers and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't know if they're still doing it right to this day with everything that's going on, but I would assume so. But this invention was something that was it's needed, just like the other invention as far as running clean fuel and clean energy. Why are they suppressing our information? And shout out to him, man. Shout out to our brothers, man. Like you said, these are brothers who are coming up with this technology, coming up with this independent technology. You know what I'm saying? And instead of being free to do things like that, and we shouldn't have to pay for food. We shouldn't have to pay for electricity. We shouldn't have to pay for homes. Like, it's certain things you should not have to pay for. Like, the luxuries in life are like cars and things of that nature. I get it, but like your home, your power, things of these. I don't really feel like you need to pay for these things.
So let me ask you this: what if, the people or the machine behind how we operate told you don't have to pay for your home, you just build it yourself? Are you going to be able to do that?
I think in a situation to where currently no, but I think
that's why certain things are made for purchase, though, because motherfuckers ain't gonna want to do that shit themselves, bro. Like farming, people ain't gonna want to farm themselves, so they make it convenient for you to buy food.
That's true. I think
what I'm saying,
but it's also to our detriment for what we're about to get into next, right? Because obviously we're gonna just keep this train going. Like you said, I mean, they took away the natural instinct. Like, we used to be able to farm. We used to be able to do everything on our own. We were very self-sufficient. Now everything comes off a truck. We go to a grocery store. We get our food. We go to the gas station for our gas. all these things we could be, like you said, doing ourselves. And there are people who are out there who have communities who are self-sufficient. They do everything on their own for the most part. So it's not popularized, and we've gotten so used to smart homes, convenience, and everything else, and trapped in this little technology bubble that, like you said, how many people are really going to want to go garden? How many people are really going to want to filter their own water and do all these different things, grow their own food? And a lot of people are not going to do these things.
Hey, have you ever drunk well water?
Yes, and it has a very unique taste.
It's
very unique taste.
It's not nasty.
It's not nasty. It's not nasty, but it has a very enriched, unique taste.
Also,
I will say that.
Well water is always cool already.
Yes. I would give anything to have my own well right now, because, like you said, we get everything off a truck. How much bottled water can you buy? If water stopped being manufactured, you're screwed. That's why it's good to have like life straws and stuff like that, to where if you got to go to a pond and suck water through the life straw, at least you're going to get filtered water through that straw. You know what I'm saying? Because, people think because, I stay next to a lake or I stay next to a pond, it's a lot of pathogens and bacteria in that water that will kill you if it's not filtered out, So I think having proper filtration is very important. Getting into this next thing, though, to me, it just goes on when you see what's happening also on the food side. Now, first it was reported that you had 10,000 cows, but really it ended up being like 3,000. But I find it very strange how they're laid out and how there's not nan cow in the pasture. Like everybody's laid out properly, like they were put there strategically. I doubt that every cow just fell out right there.
In this photo right here, they probably were grouped together though. You can see the marks on the ground where a lot of the cows been drugged. You know what I'm saying? But they are in rigor mortis. They stiff. That happens.
Yeah,
but like they've been grouped together though, right here.
What it also looks like is they've been poisoned. To say that black cows die from heat stroke. Look, my nigga, it's been hot, and this ain't the first summer where heat has been through the roof. Like we've had hot summers in the past. Like what they're doing is manufacturing this food shortage. And shout out to that creator on TikTok, like, putting that out. Like, they're manufacturing the shortage. So now you want to kill off the cows, whatever y'all done gave these cows and laid them all stiff. RIP to every cow out there. You know what I'm saying? And not even that I'm a big beef eater, but if it's a situation to where that's the only meat left, then of course I'll be eating hamburgers, spaghetti, and I'll top beef tacos, nigga. We gonna flip it up every other day. Beef noodles, whatever the fucking nigga gotta do. You feel me? So to see this just lets us know that what's coming. And that's why on Deadbolt ATL, man, we try to talk about more than hip hop. This is everything really this affecting our culture. This is the real shit that's affecting our culture, not the distractions. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of distractions, but this is right here, the real shit that's affecting our culture. When you see all these cows laid out on the damn street, and you hear about the chicken farms and stuff that are getting caught, set on fire and stuff like that. It's like, okay, you're taking away. Now, I understand. Now, this is also the catch-22. I'm going to tell you this. The meat is what's giving us cancer. Like, the meat is what's giving us cancer. They're now saying that chicken is the most nastiest meat now. Like, you can consider chicken like a pork or whatever the case may be. There's no difference now. And the meat is what's really making us sick. So is it a blessing in disguise, for those who can adapt? But you got to think, and that's why I'm trying to change my diet now. I really am, because a lot of people cannot sustain without meat. They need a steak twice a week, 3 times a week. They need some type of meat, like we really should be able to eat nuts, berries, goddamn fruit, all plants.
Should like eat from the earth.
Yeah, like you said, this is what we need. This is what all we really need to survive. Right. And I think that now, since we're so dependent on meat and things of that nature, a lot of people have seen this video and they're getting scared and they're saying, "Oh, the food shortage."
I think seafood. I think our meat as humans, really, our luxury like items as far as meat is probably like seafood, because it's in so much of an abundance. It's kind of like, man, it's almost like, the man upstairs like, man, I'm gonna hit y'all with this right here, this protein right here. You know what I'm saying? Don't eat too many of these shellfish though. High cholesterol. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't really
think animals though. Land animals, we ain't supposed to be getting this shit, man.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do I feel that what we've done is, like you said, we're not supposed to be eating this stuff anyway. So to be eating this stuff and to not have it no more, I don't really think is a bad thing. Especially if you can eat something that's not that and it tastes the same. And that's really all it is. I think they're feeding us human meat anyway. Just to be honest. I mean, if you really think about it, you can go to places like Chick-fil-A and a nigga can order 1,000 sandwiches, like 1,000 chickens. Like, how much chicken is there in the world? Like, it's like America is glutton. You can have a McDonald's in the middle of nowhere, like, and it has meat in there. Like, I just don't think we're eating real meat anyway. I felt that way for a long time.
You've never experienced chicken plants. I have. I worked at one like two. I worked at the same chicken plant like 2-3 times, nigga.
Shout out to the chicken plant that Trav worked at.
Hey, man, old Kegels down in Pine Mountain, Georgia, man. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That shit's savage, man. They bringing chickens in by the truckloads, right? And then when they bring them in, they put them in like a dark room. It's like a storage room when it's dark, right?
Right.
And you got men in there picking the chickens up in the dark. And the reason they do it in the dark so they won't attack who picking them up. They can't see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once they pick them up, they hang them on the line, nigga. And once they get hung on that line, they get hung by their feet, right? They get dipped in hot water. It strips all the feathers off of them. And don't even kill them. Once they get dipped in that hot water, nigga, their head go across the blade. So you got chicken heads everywhere on the floor. All on the floor.
Chicken.
You know what I'm saying? After that,
how many chickens y'all think y'all used to? Let me ask you though. How many chickens y'all think y'all used to kill a day?
Damn, but they had about 6 lines in that bitch. I worked in D-Bone, but I know I might have on my line alone, nigga. I'm talking about I'm cutting one piece of chicken off. Chicken. Somebody else, the person before me cutting a certain piece of the chicken off. The person after me cutting a piece of the chicken off. But
Trav, I want to say you're a real South nigga to work in a chicken plant, bro.
Probably. I'll bullshit to the side, Donnie. On a shift. Well, they had number one shift, but on a regular day, man, they probably hitting probably about 75,000 chickens, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Going through that bed, but probably more. Cause that shit, it be so many, man, and the line moves so fast. You can't keep counting that. You can't keep counting that shit, man.
Man, that shit crazy.
I'm sure they do. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know them chickens getting cloned, bro.
They coming in all day. All day they coming in on trucks, my nigga. All day. It's like that
all
shit
day,
my nigga. And it smells so bad in that bitch, my nigga.
I can imagine. You're dealing with a lot of dead chicken, my nigga.
It make you not want to eat. It make you not want to eat chicken.
Right. And I don't want to talk about this no more because I still eat chicken, okay? And I still eat my 10 pieces extra crispy. So
I eat a little
please, let's just move on. So as we move past the few food shortage news, right? Y'all know Deadbolt ATL done told y'all first. Stack up 25 years self-life food shortage. Food. You need to have that type shit. That's what you need. Because the other shit is gonna go quick. You need to motherfucking have some shit that's gonna be able to preserve and hold you down for a little while we figure everything out. You dig? But another thing, man, that's really troubling, man, is this situation that's been going on with this drag and the situation in Dallas where these children were exposed to this drag situation. I really feel that there's certain things that they're trying to push on our children, and they've been attacking our children for a long time. You know, they're trying to decriminalize a lot of laws that are centered around pedophilia and to protect, certain criminals and stuff like that, that if they get caught with children, they're not prosecuted, that, that's put under a mental health. And, it's a lot of stuff going on in that side of the game. So we want to address it because, we have children. So obviously this is very important. So RuPaul, and like I said, I'm not biased. You can call it what you want. This shit ain't normal, right? And whoever think it's normal, you don't gotta watch us. Like I choose not to have you on my platform. But RuPaul responds to the proposal because now there's legislation to ban children from drag shows, period. Like you can't have a children nowhere near something that's inappropriate like this. So let's play this response from Ru Pizzao.
What do you make of this?
Well,
what's happening?
This is a diversion tactic to take the narrative away from the gun debate into something to scare people into thinking about something else. And they've been successful. They have changed the narrative away from the gun debate into this drag queen thing. Say, y'all want to help your kids? Take away them guns. That will help your kids.
See, now, do I feel that a child is supposed to have a gun? No. Do I feel that a child is supposed to know how to bear arms in case of an emergency? Yes. If a child is 13 and up, 12 and up, hell, even 10 and up, if they can handle certain pistols or whatever the case may be, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with teaching your child how to defend the land, because I think we're getting to that point now where children are going to have to learn certain skills. You know what I'm saying? We can't have them so lost in their tablets and video games and shit like that. It's wartime out here. But I feel like should no child illegally own a gun. I think that, knowing how to handle a gun with parental guidance around is very important. But, at the same time, I feel it's a situation to where we need to focus on what RuPaul is talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Because RuPaul is like on some shit to where it's like, yo, like, hold up. Like, we ain't supposed to be focused on kids being and tipping drag and watching shows. You know what I'm saying, Trav? Like,
I didn't take that from what he was saying. Like me personally. I mean, obviously they cut the clip short. I mean, I don't know what was said before or after, but once I did my own little research on the situation, nigga, why? First of all, why are children at a drag bar tipping these drag performers? Why, Donnie? Where they do this at? Nigga, I bet you won't find that in Atlanta. I don't care what you say. I don't care how gay the city is. You're not finna find certain shit like that in Atlanta, bro. So first of all, let's start there. Is everything, and also let me say this too, everything is a distraction, my nigga, from what we really need to be focused on. The point that I feel like the point that kids are in a drag bar is a distraction already. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like they do certain shit to make you talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the kids start going to these type of events, bro? Can you answer that for me? 21 and over.
I mean,
drag bars, Donnie.
I think
I'm just asking you a question. When did this start happening? Is this something new that's going on now, or has this been happening? Or
I mean, I think pedophilia has been around for a long time, and this to me is all associated with that, right? Because Georgia, like you said, even though who knows if you might catch a drag show, hell, Georgia is one of the #1 states when it comes to child trafficking. So, you know, your kid will get snatched in Georgia. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I think all this is kind of looped in. It's a lot of weird shit going on. And I think the guns they're trying to deflect, you know, back to, yeah, this is what's going on. Like, yeah, of course, we need to protect our children. And by protecting my children, by protecting your children, as being able to bear arms. Let me ask you a question. If they take your guns away, what are you going to do at that point? Are you able to protect your family with no gun?
Yep, because I'm always have guns.
Okay, well, there it is. So
you know what
there
I'm
it is.
saying?
You're going,
I don't care.
Well, you answer my question.
Take what you want. Yeah,
right. So if you're always going to have guns, then I feel the same way. So at the end of the day, I'm always going to be able to bear arms. I'm always going to be able to protect my family. That's what my intent is, right? I need to get to the gun range a lot more than what I'm doing too lately.
But you got to train your gun, dog.
Yeah. I went to the gun range. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too long ago, but at the end of the day, I need to go more. You know, especially long range shoot.
Look,
you know,
I'm kind of like the white boys I be watching on YouTube. They be like, man, don't use your gun until you done fired off at least 1,000 rounds out of it. You know what I'm saying? They got me hip to that, training your gun. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't even know which way the bullet going. When you first shoot your gun, you don't know if it's going straight to the left or to the right. You don't know what's happening. For real. You just know you shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
Man, shout out to the white boys on YouTube, man, because they do be about that gun life for real. A couple of black dudes too, man. It's about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of motherfuckers about that life. This life, drag shows and stuff. The fact that we got to pass legislation to protect our kids against this tells it all for me. You know what I'm saying? It tells it all. That's just my personal opinion on that. Also moving forward, when we talk about
it's the parent. And before you move forward, man, I need to say that too, though, man. It's be the parents, man. Like some of y'all, like, why y'all introducing y'all kids to this bullshit, man? You know,
they're dragged.
Why you want to be the Wayne? No, it's not even that. Look, they're living their truth through their children, like Dwayne Wade, perfect example.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. Like, man, what y'all doing, man? Now they'll be the ones that'll be like, we are with RuPaul. Take away the guns and let my child decide what they are, even if they have a penis. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Tell them nigga he's a boy.
No, at the end of the day, that is the truth. When you saying it like that, that's absolutely the truth. Motherfuckers be living their truth to their children.
You know what I'm saying, man? This shit crazy, man.
Also, I found what was crazy, man, that Spice One, as we move forward, we got to talk about this, right? As we move off of RuPaul, Spice One claims that Faith Evans and Tupac were fuck buddies. Do you feel like that was too far-fetched?
No. I mean, the way he explained it, man, I kind of understand what he's saying. He was like, they were cool as hell. They were friends. So, you know. So, of course, they smashed a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? They weren't in no relationship or nothing like that. But, you know. We ain't even got no audio, no video of this, man. But we got a little picture, though. You know what I'm saying? Old Spice One, man. I watched this interview. Shout out to Spice One, man. I used to fuck with bro, man, for real.
Spice One had some of the hardest game, and that's what I'm saying. This was the indoctrination right here. When shit like this was coming out back in the day, that's what turned niggas out. Listening to shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, what he's saying it ain't far fetched at all, man. You know, Pac was already a ladies, man. You know, so of course he smashed Faith, man. Shit, with her loose booty. Faith done been around the block, man.
Yes, she has.
We were talking earlier, like, nigga, how you marry Stevie J? That's Biggie man.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Then Stevie J, how you even go there though, Stevie J? How you even go there with Faith, bro? Like, for real, man.
Yeah,
and then she get caught cheating on you at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, she probably knew Stevie J was cheating. I mean, it probably was both ways.
Stevie J get around though. Stevie J got goddamn a whole bunch of kids. And you know, he moved. I ain't gonna lie, Jocelyn was fine to hear to me. A lot of motherfuckers talking about that's a man. Man, no, Jocelyn ain't no goddamn man. Y'all stop hating, ladies. I know she ain't no man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'd have been with her or anything, but you do know Jocelyn is an Atlanta local, and she has worked in a couple of strip clubs in the city. And I've been up here almost 20 years. So think about it.
I think, yeah, and like you said, man, I think, you know, if they was messing around, that's their business, man. You know, Pac obviously said it in the song, so y'all can make what you want of it, because you know Pac definitely said it in the song. So definitely you can go back and listen to it if you really want to know, because he definitely put that shit out there, right? And you know, seeing how Faith has been moving since Biggie has passed, it's not far fetched. You know, I don't think it's far fetched at all. You know, I think Puffy might have had her too. It's just, you know, that's really that would really be on the hush. Maybe somebody might talk about it later, but that's really on the hush now. You know what I mean? Moving forward though. Also, man, what's been making headlines also is this DJ Academics situation. Like, now he made comments and he was in the news for you know, some audio that is surfaced damn near a decade ago. You know, Academics is probably just turned 30, maybe 31. So, you know, he was like 22 when he made this comment, 23. You know, nigga said a lot of ignorant shit back in his 20s. You dig what I'm saying? But you know, he made a comment about that, you know, yeah, he would smash on, you know, a 17-year-old. You know what I'm saying? You know, and there's no difference between a 20 or a 17-year-old. If she had a college ID and she's in school, basically, if he's like a junior or senior or whatever the case may be, he's smashing on that. And I think what he's saying is what niggas has always been doing. Like, dudes have always come to the school, grown niggas picking up the high school girls. Niggas have always hit the freshmen in college. You know, it's like one of those situations to where, like, I don't know, like, how can that be held against him now, especially almost 10 years later? I mean, that's my question on it.
Is it actually being held against him, though, or are people just talking about it?
No, it's being held against him. I mean, they're trying to get his show took down. You know, sponsorships. You know how they go. You know, they're gonna come for you.
Let me read this right here. Let me see what Act say. This is a quote from Academics. And to keep it real, if you think about it, hold on. And to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. I'm guessing he's talking about age, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of means one's a minor and one's not a minor. But that's the key difference right there. One's a minor and one's not a minor in some states, right? But listen, I would say I adopted this rule, which I think was fine. I said, listen, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting fucked. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She gonna get this dick.
But like I said, when he said this, man, he was very like I said, you know.
Somebody said if you got the energy to check for college ID, you can check for actual ID and know their age. But I mean, he said 17, nigga. What the hell wrong with these folks, man? See, they doing too much, man. It's up here a real purr for that. I still don't even understand how people listen to his corny ass, honestly. Before you speak, Donnie, at 20 years old, would I have had sex with a 17-year-old? Yes. We in the same age group. We was in high school together. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Nigga, you was a freshman. When you came in school, you was a freshman at 14, 15 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a junior, senior at 17, 18 years old. That's still the same age group, same age range. And actually at 20 years old, especially if you're in college, nigga ain't no older chicks really fucking with you like that. All the chicks
and that's what he's saying. He's saying most chicks when they go to college, they 17 to 18. Like
17 to 18.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't feel like what he said was nothing wrong. Like, especially at the age he said it. He's not saying that now as a 30-year-old man. He's not saying that now. He said this as a 22, 23-year-old child. Like, just coming into your own. Come on, man. He just getting on popping online. Like, I hate that they always come for you. Now, this could be some type of humiliation ritual, right? Because they're making this into, oh, he's like a perv. And, you know, like, we're so sensitive now to this shit, especially when you get to a certain level. Like, when you get to a certain level, this is where this sensitivity comes in at, and it can be used against you.
They eating his ass up.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said,
I mean,
he belong in jail. These academics is truly sick in the head. The way these grown men think of these underage girls makes my stomach turn. But they doing too much, bro, because he is not, like you just
but
said,
that
it ain't
same
like
girl, but hold up though, that same girl
girl.
knows that when she was 17, she would date a 20-year-old. So
Facts.
I don't understand what are we talking about? Like, you girls and you chicks and you being, you would date a 20, 21-year-old at 17 if he tried to holler at you, you found him attractive and all that shit aligned. Like, I don't understand why. Like, you wasn't trying to date the 16-year-old, the
Damn sure wasn't,
15-year-old.
bro. They was
Girls
staying away
always
from
tried
nigga.
to date
Look,
up their age.
man, look here, man. Hey, look, nigga coming in school, man, as a freshman, sophomore. The bad chicks, nigga, always had somebody picking them up after school, bro. That did not go to the
Facts.
school.
And that's
You know what I'm
nationwide.
saying?
That's from Columbus,
Like,
Georgia to Cleveland, Ohio. That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. They're
I can see the
reaching with
nigga
it.
25. I can see if he's R. Kelly age. You know what I'm saying? But he said 20 and 17.
Then he said she had to have a college ID. Like, yo, you in school. Like, you in college.
Yeah, he didn't say
you
a high
got at
school. He
home
said
with
someone
mommy.
in
Yeah,
college.
he didn't say yeah. He said college. And y'all took this and ran with it.
They did, man.
We need to be ashamed of ourselves, man. Because I said a lot of shit when I was in my early 20s.
Said a lot of shit, did a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Both,
it's like
nigga,
you
feel
can
me?
like, what are we talking about? Like, is this how we gonna do people now? When they get to a certain point, we just gonna blast that shit out. You know, it's just a fucked up situation. But I hope he gets through it. But they threatening to take, his show off and all that type of shit.
Which
Hopefully
one?
he has an off the record. He has an off the record podcast. I don't think they can take his YouTube and stuff like that.
Man,
yeah, but it's sponsored by Spotify.
Man, that man ain't going nowhere. He'll make his money without Spotify anyway, because he's already established. His followers are going to go wherever he goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts.
Like,
Yeah,
shit. And then
nobody want to lose their
community
bag.
too. Look, he in the gamer community too. That's a whole different type of ball game right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Them folks loyal. They ain't saying none of this shit.
Speaking of gaming, what do you feel about this Deshaun Watson situation? Shout out to my Cleveland Browns. Obviously, y'all see the background. Deshaun Watson has settled 20 of his 24 lawsuits. Now, the NFL obviously has been dealing with this. I think they're going to make an announcement very soon. I predict July 4th weekend, right before when they do their news dumps, before they go off into their mini camps. Yep. And I'm thinking, man, they're going to hit my man with a
suspension.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking it's going to be like a 8 to 10 games. At first, I thought he might get off, but now I think it's going to be 8 to 10 games. Be lucky if it's not for the whole season.
How do you think? I was just about to say, if they do suspend him for 8 to 10 games, how do you think that's going to affect the Browns?
Oh, I don't think we're going to go to the Super Bowl. I think we got a competitive quarterback.
Y'all going to Super Bowl in that way, but
y'all
playoff contenders. You know what I'm saying?
Browns going to have a hell of a squad. I'm going to watch them regardless, whatever they do. And that's just the bottom line to it. I'm going to watch them. That I can tell you.
You know what, man? Every time somebody asks me what I'm doing and I'm in the bathroom, I'd be like, man, I'm taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
That nigga's a hater. That guy is a hater,
man. I ain't got nothing to get the Browns for real. Shit.
Okay, I hope not. But shout out to my man Deshaun Watson. I'm hoping that he makes it through this situation, man, because I feel like he's being wrongfully accused, but we'll definitely elaborate more on this situation.
He's settling with 20 of the 66.
No, he's only got 24 lawsuits, but it was alleged he had 66 encounters.
Got you.
Yeah, but it's 24 lawsuits. So the other 4 should be in, and hopefully the NFL shows him mercy and they can move past it. He can get 6 to 8 games, and we can move past this, man. And I think as long as we can see him this year, I think in some capacity I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
So
like
Donnie,
we can get him back last 6 games of the year or something. I'm cool. 8 games of the year, I'm cool with that.
How you feel about your boy, man? You know what I'm saying? Since we talking about lawsuits and shit, man. Y'all, you see what they trying to do to old Bill, don't you? How you feel about Bill Cosby, man, in his situation?
Man, Bill. Now, my man Bill, man, is definitely in a messed up situation. Now they saying that he's messing with underage, but this was back in 1975, man. Like, this was back in 1975. This is what I don't understand. Why are we doing this to Bill Cosby, man? Like him trying to buy these networks, did that offend you guys that bad? Like Bill, because they're spanking Bill. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be a lot of other entertainers as we get deeper into our lives that are, because this is the Jello pudding man. This was the man that everybody would have sent their kids to go be at Bill's house. And the way they're making and smearing his name, man, I don't feel like it's cool.
I'm gonna play this little clip right quick, like, man, because this is all of a sudden, right quick, like, because they couldn't. How much time did Bill do? 2 years, 3 years almost.
Yeah.
They couldn't give him a life sentence, so they hit him with the bullshit, man. You gotta check this shit out.
Bill Cosby sexually assaulted a 16-year-old girl at the Playboy Mansion in 1975. That's the verdict that was just announced from jurors in a civil trial in California. They found Cosby intentionally caused harmful sexual contact with Judy Huth. Jurors determined Cosby knew she was a minor at the time, but still pursued her. The jury awarded Huth $500,000. Cosby attorney and publicist continued to deny the accusation. The verdict comes nearly a year after authorities released Bill Cosby from prison after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court threw out a separate criminal conviction for sexual assault.
Hey, man, Donnie, look, you know what I'm finna do, man? I remember when I was younger, I was involved with this older chick. I think I'm finna get me a lawyer, bro. I'm finna call me a lawyer. Hey, man, to see if I can get me some money, man. Because this right here is ridiculous. First of all, what is a 16-year-old doing in the Playboy Mansion? You understand me? What is a 16-year-old doing in the Playboy?
Well, they like, Hugh Hefner was Epstein before Epstein. I think
understand that, bro. I do understand that, right? But still, though,
I mean, how do they? I mean, I just think this information coming out
so
now
let me ask you something. So you think if Hefner was alive, he would have been a target?
Absolutely, I think they probably would have came for Hefner by now.
Would have came for him.
Yeah, because they smeared him too since he's been in the grave.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff just came out on him. So, it's a lot of people, man, that are all caught up in that stuff, man. It's crazy when you think about it. Remember the coach from Penn State, Joe Paterno?
His bitch,
like
ass.
that
Yeah,
nigga.
He fucking
but I'm just saying though, there's a lot of weird shit that just goes on. He ain't the only one that's doing it. Like shit. But it's just a lot of weird stuff going on. But
hold on, was it Paterno? It wasn't Paterno, was it? It was the other coach, wasn't
it? Joe, it was something. I forget his last name now.
It wasn't Joe Paterno. Joe Paterno had quit though, because of the situation with Sandusky. Well, Sandusky was very Sandusky,
and then he passed away.
That's why Joe Paterno went on ahead and retired, though. You know what I'm saying?
Because, and then he passed away.
Yeah,
right after
2012. Yeah. He felt. I mean, I saw this documentary, man. Joe Paterno said he kind of felt bad because he kind of had been told what Sandusky was doing. And he kind of turned the blind eye. He didn't really want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then to come to find out that it was really true, he was like, man, I had to go ahead and retire, man, because the shit really kind of fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I trusted bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit, that was fucked up, man. Nigga around here fucking with boys and shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of that going on, man. But shout out to my man Bill Cosby, man. Hopefully he can clear his name from this situation. But you know, at the end of the day, man, we got some special fuckeries though, man, lined up. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we couldn't decide on which ones we wanted to do. So obviously, man, we got a couple of them, man, we got to run by. I mean, it to me, it just don't get no crazier than some of the stuff that we're hearing. One of these fuckeries, man, is a complete horror story. And you know, I know you made some comments, and I really wasn't gonna put this into the play, but we gotta discuss it. So the first fuckery, man, that we have is Illinois man allegedly beheads his ex-girl while she was 8 months pregnant. Now, to me, man, this is like you damn near got a full you damn near got a full grown baby in your stomach. And you cut off the mother's head. Like I don't know if the baby survived. I mean, this to me is a very sick individual. To behead somebody, unless you got a guillotine and it's clean and swift, this had to be like on some very Jason Voorhees type situation, you know. So homie definitely got to get the fuckery.
Hey man, I think something probably happened and he tried to hide the murder. He was like, man, let me cut her head off, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and put the head somewhere else and put the body somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like,
This nigga, I think this nigga really might have did some extra. You know what I mean?
It was something freaky.
Yeah, I think it was something freaky, man. I think it was very something freaky.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like this right here, man.
Yeah.
Just you know, and prayers go out to the family. Obviously, man, this dude is a demon. Now, is this his child?
Candyman.
Yeah, this the Candyman right here. This the Candyman. Yeah, that's who he is, man. The motherfucking Candyman. But yeah, so I like I said, we don't know if the child survived. You know, I like this whole situation, I just think shows the mental makeup of where we're at. This dude looks a little off, looks like he needs to spend the rest of his life in a can. And that's what I'm saying. Prison, right, is made for people like him. When you do something like this, you that sick to do something like that, you should go under a jail. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just being honest. You should go under the jail. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about this one. The next one we got, obviously, now this has to do back with the children, but to me, this is unacceptable as well. Like, how does this get replaced? But a elementary school accidentally serves students floor sealant instead of milk. How does that happen?
Yeah, I don't understand that either because usually milk is
in a carton, right?
In a carton, sealed. You know, that's part of it. You know, you're supposed to get a sealed container. You know, so I'm wondering how did they get floor sealant? Because if this was in a sealed container, this is definitely not on the school. This is people. This is on the manufacturer of the milk, and they need to be sued. Somebody need to be going to jail.
Yeah. Somebody definitely needs to go to jail. Everybody who drunk that shit needs to be rich afterwards, right? Because you're gonna be messed up. Huh?
2 teachers drunk it also.
Yeah. Well, they don't never need to work for the school. They're gonna be rich. You know, so yeah, I mean, this situation, like you said, it's unacceptable. We have children involved in this, and I think dudes is just not thinking and not really conscious of, like, okay, like you said, how do you make a mistake like that? How does a company even do something like that to sell, to put milk in? You know, you can't make this shit up, right? And this is what I said about the schools. Like, Do they really have our children's best interest? Were they always drinking some bullshit and it just came out? Like, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of carton did this come in? Did it come in the same carton? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like,
What was the container looking like? That's
Like,
my
so,
thing right there.
yeah. So this is, to me, weird. Anyway, when you think about it, like, this is some weird shit. So, you know, I think that this, like you said, needs to be further investigated. But definitely, you got to get the fuckery for this. Like, how the hell? Like I said, it's a win. As long as it didn't kill any of them, they won't have any permanent brain damage. All they did was vomit or some
Hold on,
crazy
man.
shit.
Look at this comment right here by Shelly Mae. She said, "I'm a '90s kid, and remember getting milk in a square shaped bag for school breakfast and lunch. Where the fuck they do that at, Shelly Mae? Not nowhere in America. I ain't never seen no milk in a square shaped bag. They give you a bag of milk.
It came in a box, a little carton. You had white milk,
carton.
chocolate milk, and low fat milk.
Not
and
even
the
a
3
bottle.
little
A
cartons
carton.
of milk. Yeah.
A carton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the type of time it was on. That's the type of time it was on. You're absolutely right.
This is a huge lawsuit right here, bro.
Absolutely, it is.
Right here, man.
Big one. And then the next one, man, to wrap this off, just on a funny note, right? We have a black woman, right? Texas woman strapped to a stretcher opens fire in the emergency room. Sister, who are you shooting at? We just want to know, like, who were you shooting at? Who, like, who was you trying to get at that bad? We want to know. It's very important to know. Somebody, nigga, she had beef in these streets. She was coming.
She seen some demons or something, nigga, flying around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She was on that type of time. She was ready to take them out and do the do. And that's crazy. I just want to know who you were shooting at, shorty. I definitely want to know. And this one right here, man, to wrap it up, right? Because like I said, I thought we was done, but we got one more fuckery because this was the craziest.
Better be the right one, Danny.
Woman ordered to pay child support to man who raped her when she was 16. Now, I don't know the whole story about this.
He got the kid.
Listen, it don't matter. She got raped. She got raped. Like it's proven that she was raped at 16, underage. How the hell is she ordered to pay child support? She can say, look, I'm tormented mentally. Like, my mind is, you know what I'm saying? This nigga raped me. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, this was a rape.
I'm like, does he have the kid or does she have the kid, though? Because if he got the kid and he been taking care of the kid, man, cough with them bucks, shawty. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about rape, so we got a kid.
Oh, no, that is crazy. You savage ass Columbus ass nigga.
If you been a deadbeat mama, cough with them bucks, shawty. You feel me? Because guess what? Man. Guess what? If the shoe was on the other foot down, Peoplez, they gonna make that nigga cough with them bucks.
We got to find out the whole story about this, but with the rape being involved,
as a matter of fact, oh yeah, my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off, but there is a situation like that. I wish I could pull it up right quick. But a woman raped a minor and she got pregnant, and dude had to pay child support. There is a situation like that. They were talking about that shit not too long ago.
Child support is just a system
that I was watching, man. But yeah, it was the same situation, but just the tables were turned. It was an older woman who sexually assaulted a minor male, and he ended up having to pay child support for the child that she had.
I feel like, man, we just live in a world where when you get put into the system, man, they don't care who's right, who's wrong, what's in best interest. All they care about is the check, and that's sad. And I feel like that's the sad part that breaks a lot of families up, because you know there's baby fathers who are bitter behind that type of stuff, and I know baby fathers personally who distance themselves because of that. So yeah, man, it's crazy, but I feel like with the rape being involved, that's where it gets spooky at with me. So you had to get thrown into the fuckery. So we had to get y'all a 4-pack of fuckeries. I couldn't decide on it. Trav couldn't decide on it. But this right here is a special fuckery. This is something that we have to discuss in light of this Father's Day discussion that we had earlier. So
Johnny,
for y'all
let me
who
read the
hung
caption,
around, we
man.
appreciate y'all.
Let me read the caption, man, from this woman who posted this picture of her guy and their daughter. She said, one of the best feelings is watching my daughter fall in love with the man I fell in love with, and the man I fell in love with love the child we created out of love. Happy first Father's Day to my baby daddy. K-Shanae or K-Shanae. Let me tell you something, K. Your baby daddy has been waiting on this opportunity all his life.
He's definitely
to
been waiting.
tutu.
He's been too
You know what I'm saying?
He's
Hold on,
definitely.
Danny. I can't say he was waiting on the opportunity to have a child. He was waiting on this opportunity to dress like this and take photos. I don't care. The child will grow up and see the pictures and be like, Dad, that was sweet, but damn, my nigga, you gay? What going on, bro? You in a dress. You know what I'm saying? Unless the child is gender fluid, however. You know what I'm saying? Man, let my son see me in some shit like this right here. Man, that nigga gonna get on me for real.
I think
my
this could be looked at. I think this could be looked at both ways.
You gonna do this with Nova?
No, but I think it could be looked at both ways. Though, if a man is in his full masculinity, right? If he felt that, if he genuinely felt in his heart, like, we don't really know what he was thinking. I will give him the benefit of that. We don't really know what he was thinking. And if he really in his heart thought that this was cute, in this day and age where Young Thug is wearing dresses and tutus and shit, I just don't, I can't say that, it was just like, but he knew this might go viral though. Like, think about it, man.
Young Thug said he'll get breast implants, nigga, so he can go in the woman's side.
Yeah.
He can do that shit, but he ain't did it yet. So you know what I'm saying?
But also this right here, like he knew that this would go viral. And he has a pretty baby, you know what I'm saying? He made our fuckery. So people were talking about it. So it got what it got. But
you see what somebody said in the comments, wait till Boosie see this.
Yeah,
hey, little Boosie, man. I know Boosie said something about this shit, bro. You know
definitely he did.
But
Definitely
this is to me, it's a little strange, man. I understand you want to be as close to your daughter as possible, but your daughter's 1 year old, bro. She doesn't even know that this shit has happened. And when she grows up, she's gonna see these pictures and be like, yeah, that's a little funny, Dad. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't on that gay side, you know what I'm saying? If she ain't pursuing the gay blade, she might not. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, she's gonna be like, I don't know about that one right there, Pop. You got on the whole little skirt, my nigga. Like you try to dress like skirt. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't got the flower on your head. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at least he didn't go out all like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's debatable, but at the end of the day, you definitely had to get the 5 and 5 pack fuckery. Because this right here, I don't think we've never had that many fuckeries, man. We've had 5. We gave y'all a 5 pack of these bitches today.
Oh man, I got to read this. There's one comment right here, before you go. Don't forget me, he said he probably didn't want to be the only one wearing it in the pic, so he got one for his daughter. Hey man, I don't even know. I tried to hit the bomb, man.
You're gonna have you're gonna have the hate, but like I said, I think it did what it did. He went viral. He made the fuckery. We gotta salute him. You made the fuckery, dog. You gave us something to talk about with the pink tutu and shit. At least he ain't had the nails and all that makeup. It could have went all the way left, but he kept it at the 2. But
happy Mother's Day, nigga.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, goddamn it. But man, shout out though, man, to all the real fathers that's out there, man. Who, like I said, held it down, is holding it down. Shout out to everybody, man, that's out there making the way. Shout out to everybody who watched this episode, man, who, clicked in and watched the whole thing. We appreciate it. Y'all know what it is. Trav, man, you got any final words before we exit the building?
No, I ain't got no final words, man. Y'all make sure y'all listen to our show, man. Apple Podcast. Let me repeat that. Apple Podcast. For all my iPhone users, for all my Android users, definitely Spotify. You do not have to pay for a subscription. You can just download the Spotify app. I don't even think you got to create an account. Just search for Deadbolt ATL. You might have to watch a couple of ads, but it's okay, man. Also on iHeartRadio, man. And make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. Tap that bell, man. Turn on the post notifications, man, so you know when we drop our shit. You feel me? On YouTube, man. And that's about it for real, man. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at Deadbolt ATL. That is all social media platforms. Well, all major social media platforms. We ain't on Snapchat. We ain't on Tumblr. We're definitely on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We are part of the metaverse. You fuck around and see our show, nigga, on the in the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? Young Trav,
Yeah, man,
nigga,
come tap,
metaverse real
tap in.
estate. I might have to holler at goddamn man Kevo. You know what I'm saying, Kevo?
Man, let's get on this.
Let's go get in, man. Let us have the first show on your property in the metaverse.
Let's get it, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all tap in, man. Don Peoplez and Trav, Deadbolt. Go.